if you're on the market looking for a high floor corner unit where owners pumped in 50k of renovation 5 years ago, gut renovated, then join us as we head up to this 4-room flat right here at 288D Bukit Batok. Let's go. This is what a high floor corner unit 50k gut renovation unit looks like. We're going to show you some B-rolls first. So we're going to give you a quick brief about this particular property standing at 288D Bukit Batok. In terms of location, if you were to pull out the map, you realize that we are actually quite well connected to a few key MRT nodes. 3 stops down there will bring us towards Bukit Batok MRT station, and of course from there, 1 stop there will bring us towards Jurong. When we talk about Jurong, that's going to be one of the biggest transformations happening in the next few years as part of the Jurong Lake District. And of course, when we talk about Jurong, you also have the new up and coming line on the Jurong Regional Line. So that's going to enhance your connectivity in time to come. And on the other side, 6 stop there will bring us towards Beauty World MRT station. As you take a look at Beauty World, what's going to transform is some of the master plan involvement, because that area is going to have increasing connectivity in way of the Cross Island line that is going to be at King Albert Park. And what's going to transform at Beauty World, of course, is the reserve, where you're going to have more shopping malls as well as amenities. So we're actually right smack in the best of the both worlds that is happening at the Jurong Lake District as well as Beauty World. Coming back to this entire area itself, I think this is a great space. Within 1 km, these are the following schools. You have tertiary education right around the entire vicinity. So this can be a very good starting point for your entire family journey. If you wish to buy into this property having a balance lease of 72 years, you can then finish your kids' primary school education, secondary school education, and even up to the tertiary education. And by then, if let's say you choose to exit, your balance lease will be at about 59 to 60 years, which will still be okay for you to exit at that balance lease. Alternatively, if you were to buy into this area purely because this is a moving condition, good starting point, in terms of the income, that's probably well within your ability to finance this property. You can then take this reference of buying into this balance lease of 72 years, 5 or 6 years later, if you choose to exit, you are still within a very healthy balance lease. And when we talk about Bukit Batok being a mature estate in terms of amenities, you can of course easily head down to West Mall, otherwise towards Jurong, where you have a host of shopping mall. Not forgetting, you're going to have Jayden that's going to revamp with commercial units on the first floor. Otherwise, you can easily head down towards Beauty World. Beauty World transformation will then take shape, so you're going to enjoy all these uplifting effects. Part of the recreation that you can do with your family is that we are surrounded in a host of nature reserve, Bukit Batok Nature Reserve. Otherwise, you can head down to the entire railway corridor, or you can easily head down towards Bukit Timah Nature Reserve. If you had to bring out the floor plan for this 4-room corner unit, we are standing at 92 square meters. A few years ago, when our owners bought this, they actually gut renovated the entire space. 3 bedrooms tucked towards that side, and of course the master is just right behind us with your very own ensuite. If you realize for this kind of configuration, you do not have any kind of existing walkway, the overall square footage of 92 square meters actually feels a lot more spacious. And this entire living and dining is in a wide span kind of layout. In terms of the kitchen, what the owners have done is that they have actually knocked down the storeroom to open up this space, so visually it looks a lot more spacious. This has been done brilliantly because the kitchen countertop is pushed all the way down to the service yard, and of course your common bathroom is towards here. So this is going to save you in terms of the time as well as your moving costs. You're going to start off from the living as well as dining first. So this is currently fitted with 6 pax dining table. If you want to expand to 8 pax, I think this is more than sufficient space. You have a chest of drawer right over here. If you take a look around this entire unit, you will realize that you don't have much built-ins. You're going to save a lot in terms of unnecessary hacking costs. As you move towards here, in terms of the living area, this is arranged in this kind of configuration. Of course, if you want it to be side by side, you can do so just by placing the TV towards this position and then reorientate your sofa. So all in, I think this has been planned out very well. A lot of natural light coming into this unit because we are sitting on a high floor. Being the corner unit, you are actually able to overlook across towards the other side as well as towards this side. We're going to show you the kitchen first. Kitchen-wise, this has been done with an island over here. So this double up as your meal prep area. And these are done in quartz stock, so this is going to be extremely sturdy. Recess area has been done to cater for this high stool. On the other side, you have storage cabinets. So if you're wondering, hey, after removing the storeroom, do you have ample of space for you to store all your clutter? I think this has been done brilliantly with all this mixture of pull-out cabinets And just check this out. You have this pull-out cabinet that has been done very brilliantly. So in a way, it is deep, but yet easily accessible, and of course all these fixtures will come along with the property. Storage cabinets at the top and bottom, similarly with a mixture of pull-out cabinets as well as drawers. As you move towards here, tile backsplash has been done. These are quartz top, so extremely sturdy in terms of the longevity of the material. Gas cooker, hood and hob, these are 3 burners. You have the oven just right down below. As you move towards here, your dish rack has all been done, and the sink that is wide enough. And as we move towards the tail end, this is where your laundry space is, and of course this will then be overlooking towards this very nice unblocked view. And as you move towards here, this will be your common bath. It's done in a very industrial-ish kind of material where you have this cement screed over here, good enough sizable sink, WC, as well as a standing shower. So all this has been gut renovated. So I'll say this is actually quite moving condition. Just to give you a ballpark sense in terms of the costing nowadays, if you were to do up one bathroom, that's going to set you back by about 10k. If you're going to do up your entire kitchen, that's probably going to set you back by about 40-ish k, again depending on the type of material. And bear in mind, all these are good materials to begin with, so you're going to save a lot in terms of the costing as well as in terms of your turnaround time. If you're looking for a place to move in, we're going to help you break down in terms of the numbers. If you were to bring out the map, you'll realize that actually you have a lot of options, starting from the closest spot to Bukit Batok MRT station that is currently having a balance lease of about 60 years. Of course, the older HDBs, they belong to the slightly bigger floor plates that is averaging at about close to 1,000 square feet. In terms of the asking price right over there for renovated unit, that is going at about $630,000 for original condition. That's going to be about $500,000. Of course, if you're someone that prefers the convenience, you want something bigger, but you do not mind a balance lease of 60 years and below, then of course you can go for that. On the other side, if you go for the newer cluster at Skyline, balance lease at about 90 over years. In terms of an average price point right over there, they are hovering at about $720,000. Coming back to this unit, we think this is actually standing at a very sweet spot, especially when you have a very healthy balance lease of 72 years at a very attractive asking price of $620,000. Bearing in mind, this is on a high floor corner unit with a gut renovation of 50k that has been pumping in the past few years. This unit just reaches its MOP, so you get to enjoy the fresh renovation as well as moving condition. And what this translates to you as a buyer is that, bear in mind, if you are buying this property, of course, LTV, loan to value, that will be at 80%. So what this means to you as a buyer is that if you're buying into this unit at $620,000, all in, if you're looking at a combined income of about $7,800, you will then be able to afford this property if you are taking a loan up to 80%. Of course, if you qualify for more grants, then that will further offset your loan. On the other hand, if let's say you are someone that wish to go for something that is newer at Skyline that's averaging at about $720,000, that's going to be $100,000 difference. But what that translates to you as a buyer in terms of your income would then be standing at about $9,100. So all in, I think there's a significant difference. If you're someone that doesn't wish to stretch yourself, but yet at the same time you want to enjoy a unit that is of a good size, that is moving condition, I think this really stands at a very sweet spot. I'm going to show you the master bedroom. Based on the old floor plan, there is no designated space for the wardrobe, but I think what the owners have done brilliantly is that they have actually catered this space for the wardrobe, kind of like a mini walk-in wardrobe, where you have this U-shaped kind of wardrobe space, a combination of hanging racks as well as pull-out drawers, ample of storage space at the top for bulky items. I would say this is very nicely done, and why this can be done is also the fact that the bedroom size is simply huge. Of course, the space is big enough for you to accommodate king size with side tables, small little couch. If you want to have a study table right over here, I think this space is definitely big enough. Vents, air cons, lights have all been done. This again overlooked across the multi-story car park. Coming into the master, this is done with compact plus material, extremely sturdy as well. Storage cabinets at the bottom. You have a sink right here, a WC, and a very sizable standing shower. All these are sliding doors. Tiles have been done in a very nice manner. If you want to redo, since the cement screed is already on, what you can do is you can just simply lay over the tiles. That's going to save you cost and time. Into the two common bedrooms, what the owner have done brilliantly is that while they redo the entire space in terms of the lights, air cons, as well as flooring, no built-in. So this is great for your own configuration. So you have two windows right over here, facing towards the same view as the master. In terms of the overall space, I think this is extremely comfortable. What you can do is you can have the wardrobes along this entire length of the wall. You're gonna have 2.3 meters of the entire length as your wardrobe space. Big enough, you can have a king size side tables. I think the entire space is gonna be very comfortable. On to the last bedroom. This is almost identical in terms of mirror image. So you can have the entire 2.3 meters of wardrobe space along here. This faces towards the internal courtyard. So again, you have lots of privacy being a corner unit. If you are eager to move in, what you can do is you can just buy your furnitures and I think you're all set to go. Now, alternatively, why we mentioned this is actually at a sweet spot. Firstly, because of the very healthy balance lease of 72 years. Secondly, in terms of the entry price, $620,000. So what this means to you is that you can adopt this pivot strategy mindset where you can buy into this property, fulfill the 5 years MOP. After that, should you choose to put this onto the rental market based on the current rental rate right now, averaging at about 3,000 odd, against your entry price, this will probably yield you at about 5 to 6% of rental yield. So you can adopt this strategy, use this as a home base, fulfill the 5 years, turn this into a full rental play, enjoy 5 to 6%. Of course, after that, if you choose to sell, you are still within a very healthy balance lease of 60 odd years. You will still be able to find buyers, especially when this property possesses a very good characteristics of high floor as well as being a corner unit. So we come to the end of this beautiful home tour right here at 288D Bukit Batok. Just to give you a quick recap, this is sitting on a high floor corner unit, guts renovated just about 5 years back, where our owners pumping close to about $50,000, having a very healthy balance lease of 72 years. If you'd like to find out more, do feel free to get in touch with our listing team. Subscribe to our various channels on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. My name is George Peng, bleubricks by PropertyLimBrothers. Always happy to show you the place. Along this entire length of the wall, this is probably going to set you back by about, I would say, close to 2 meters. Let's take a measurement right now. To Bukit Batok MRT station, you're going to love this because,